You want the best for your car? You already watch our tutorials.
So the best place for the best deal is to buy from the Mr. Auto app. Easy, fast, and with better prices than on the website.
You will find the bulk drum brake kit used in the video exclusively on the Mr. Auto website and through the link in the description. Turn your engine off, pull up the handbrake, pull on the bonnet release lever and open the bonnet. Open the brake fluid reservoir. Loosen the rear wheel studs. Lift the rear of your vehicle. Place the vehicle on the axle stands. We strongly suggest watching the tutorial, raising the vehicle safely before carrying out this step. To change the rear drums on your vehicle, you will have to remove the wheels to gain full access. Don't forget to slide them under the vehicle. You can now see the drum brakes on your car. Before starting, release the handbrake, otherwise the operation will be impossible. You need to remove the drum to access the brake system. On this vehicle, you can use 2 screw threads on the drum to screw 2 8mm diameter screws into this location, which will result in pushing the drum outwards, making it easier to remove. You can now access the brake mechanism. Now you have to remove the mounting system of the shoes. Using pliers, unclip the clips holding the brake shoes, sliding them outwards. Then remove the rods. Now you have to pull the shoes out of their housings. To do this, start by disengaging the lower spring from the brake shoes and, using a flathead screwdriver, pry on the upper part to remove the brake shoes from the wheel cylinder. You can now remove the front lining. Remove the handbrake cable from its latch to remove the rear lining. You now need to clean the inner side with a wire brush and brake cleaner in order to remove the brake dust left over from natural wear of the brake shoes. Remember to protect the floor by placing a fluid collection tray. You can learn how to make one by watching another of our videos, How to Make a Collector for Liquids. Set the handbrake cable spring aside. When replacing rear drum brakes, it is best to replace the wheel cylinder, which is a vital part of the system. For this, with a metallic brush, start by cleaning the back of the cylinder. As these components are very often seized, don't hesitate to use penetrating oil to facilitate the operation. Use an 11mm spanner to loosen the brake fluid inlet pipe by a few threads and a socket wrench and a 10mm socket to remove the wheel cylinder mounting screws. Finish unscrewing the brake fluid inlet. You can now remove the wheel cylinder.
All parts used in this tutorial are supplied by our trusted partners. These partners also help us create as many video tutorials as possible. Check them out in the description below.
You will find the bulk parts and products used in the video on the Mr. Auto site and in the link in the description. Take the pre-assembled brake shoe provided in the kit. Take the new cylinder supplied with a drum brake kit. You can now put it on. Install the brake hose and tighten it by hand by a few threads. Next, fully tighten the mounting screws to facilitate tightening of the brake hose. Finish tightening the brake hose. Clean it again to remove the liquid which might have come out. Once cleaned and dried, grease the support surfaces of the linings with copper grease. take the rear brake hose. Start by reinserting the handbrake cable back into its latch. Then position the brake shoe. Next, reposition the automatic adjuster and the upper spring. Take the front brake shoe and attach the spring as well as the automatic handbrake adjuster to it before positioning the brake shoe on the wheel cylinder. While holding the assembly together, take the lower spring and install it on the two brake shoes. You can use a screwdriver to help you. Once back in place, take the brake shoe holding system with the rods and clips supplied in the kit. Thread the rods. Use pliers and a flathead screwdriver to install the clips. Clean the drum with brake cleaner. You can now close the work area by putting the drum back on. You can now repeat the operation on the other side. After changing your drum brakes, it is necessary to bleed the brake fluid to remove any bubbles that may have entered the system. To do this, we recommend watching our video How to Bleed the Brake Fluid mk3. The operations are very similar. Once the bleeding is done, you must pump several times to activate the automatic adjustment of the drum brakes. Under no circumstances should you use a screwdriver to adjust the drum brake, as it works by itself once it's been purged. You will hear adjustment clicks when the handbrake is being pulled. Then you will be able to put the wheels back on your vehicle. Put your car back on the ground and plug the wheels properly. Operation completed.
Hi, it's Theo from Usetool. I hope this video has helped you a lot in your car maintenance. We would be super grateful if you could spread the word so that we can produce even more tutorials. Simply give us a like, a comment, and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us boost the channel and help the whole community. Thanks a lot and have a great one.